Okay, and we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Node.js Technical Steering Committee meeting of the 29th of October 2025. I'm joined here by my fellow Node.js TSC member and promoting everybody. And we have a few issues to talk about. So let's first start with our normal agenda. Okay. First thing, we have Sean just joined. Okay. Here we go. First things first, let's start with the announcements. Are there any announcements to make? Richard.
Yes, so we did some new releases this week. They are Node, I need to read these so I get the numbers right. Node 22, 21.1, Node 25.1.0, and Node 24.11.0, which is the transition to long-term support. So yeah, we've now declared Node 24 to be a long-term support line. There was a last-minute known issue that came up with 24 to do with a regression in the buffer alloc unsafe method, where it is unintentionally zero filling buffers. So it's documented to not do that and to return uninitialized memory. So this is a slight unintended change of behavior from like Node 22 and 20. So there has been a proposed fix that's gone into 25.10. As long as no issues come up with that, we intend to then roll out a fix into the next 24 release. And yeah, anything else? I did put together a guide for people that want to update from 22 to 24, just summarizing the major breaks that happened in 23.0 and 24.0. That is PR'd into the Node into the website repo, but that's currently stuck in a debate as to where the migration information should live on the website. So while I've got a PR open, there's another PR open that is doing a wider user land migration type restructure. Sorry, a slight reorg of the website to accommodate user land migrations. So there's talk of pulling what I had into that. So at the moment, we haven't published anything on the website, but you know, I did pull stuff together.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Richard. Fantastic. Remember to nominate people for the contributor spotlight. As a reminder, then CPC and board meeting updates. I don't think there was any more updates since the last issues. Okay. It will be, however, there is an upcoming upcoming board meeting in a couple of weeks to discuss some of the things that we care a lot about. So hopefully that will move a few of our questions forward. Okay, so let's go in the Node.js web team repo. Update nomination process for team members, issues 55. Okay, I added the CPC, the TSC here because it's a change to governance, so I think we should review and approve. The key part of the change is allow the web team members to nominate themselves, okay, with the exception of web infra, where it's still under the purview of current member plus Node.js TSC, and it has the same restriction of build.
I guess an interesting question on there is, do we need to look at the charter for the build working group and sort of separate out the website maintenance? Because practically today, the build
Yes,
isn't really involved in that. So
I think
I'm wondering, I mean, what do I do? Do I suggest something in the admin, is it admin or TSC that talks about that? And then we see if that needs to be.
I think you should just send a PR to the governance of the to the charter of build, and we move that.
Yeah.
Note that the web team is not a working group, and I would presume it should be a working group. So
yeah, I mean, so at least from my point of view, I just want to clear up, any misconceptions about what build is looking after.
No, exactly, yeah.
But yes, and then on the other side there is and then like once we move the website responsibilities that the web infra team are looking after out of the build working group, then we need to put that somewhere, it's either in a proper working group or in a team that has prescribed
I would, stuff. Yeah, okay. I'll speak with Claudio and see how.
Anyway, I'll PR something and then we can have the discussion.
Yeah. So what I mean is we need essentially to incorporate the web team as a proper working group. Essentially, it has more or less the same thing, and it's operating as one right now, and I think we should promote it. Okay. I'm not sure about web infra. I be honest, it's a little bit odd to have there's a lot of different responsibility together. So let's I'll have a chat with them and see what makes sense. But okay, and it's not build anyway, so build is not there, so it's not a responsibility of build. Okay. So anyhow, is this approved? Are there any objection for approving this change? Okay. I don't see any objections. Okay. There are none. Okay. So I think this is approved. So I say yeah, approved. Okay, done. Okay. The other issue is nominating Aviv as for Node.js Web Infra, and I think this was floated via email, and I think there was no objections. So as well, are there any? Doesn't look like it, so it's approved. It is Robert Nagy. Why I don't see him? Okay, here. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Okay, amazing. So we are being productive at this point in this meeting. So all objections. There are. Okay. Then we have a bunch of issues on the TSC repo, which two of them are part till next week, finally. Okay. The last one is the draft statement of work test reliability lead, which we have not made any progress, I guess. There are nothing here.
I guess someone would need to do the work of like actually driving the draft. And that was Michael, but
I can try to see if I can volunteer myself. I'm not 100% sure if I have the time right now. Might be something that's happened between late November, December, when business slow down. Like this is a very busy period, so I can't commit to taking any more activities, unfortunately. But I can put on my list if of things that I can drive and so on. Unless somebody else wants to do it sooner. And if somebody else wants to do it sooner, very happy. Let's keep it on the agenda though, so we can keep the progress. And I'm assigning this to myself, okay? Amazing, okay. Then next issue is issues 43523, add colorized functionality, which we were waiting for and yeah, which I think is still. Oh, you ask, you still need an ETC agenda? Yes, we have no Ruben, so we need Ruben, I think. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. We are at the end of the meeting. It's time for the strategic initiatives. Are there any significant updates that's important to mention? Okay. I don't think there's none. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Bye, guys.